let this man teach your child with tattoos all over his body and face, including his eyes. Could Sylvain Helaine be the world's most terrifying teacher?
Well, he says the children he teaches aren't scared of him, yet he's been banned from teaching children in France under the age of 6.
So let's meet the man behind the tattoos. Morning, Sylvain. Lovely to talk to you.
Good morning.
So this all started, funnily enough, you're 35 now, and it was when you were in Brixton at 27 that the sort of tattoo spark happened in your head. What happened?
I'm a school teacher for 12 years now, and I went 2 years in London to teach at the Dulwich College, and it was one of the best experiences in my whole life. And in Brixton, I've seen all of these colorful people, tattooed people, pierced people, a lot of tolerance as well, because in London you can look the way you look and nobody will judge you. So it was an eye-opener, and I started getting tattooed in London.
Well, you've gone on, I mean, as you can see there, and over the last 8 years, you spent £52,000 on the tattoos. You did originally, you had the sleeves done on either side, and you thought, should I stop at the wrist? Should I stop at below the neck so that I could cover it up? Was that because of the nature of your work, that you were a teacher, that you were thinking, oh, maybe I won't go as far as that?
I have never considered my work as a barrier to my patient. I always wanted to be covered, but indeed, I didn't want to cover my hand or my face because it's socially difficult to do such a thing. But eventually, you only live once, so I did it. But it wasn't because of my work that I wouldn't have done that.
You, I mean, you are tattooed pretty much everywhere, but the ones that sort of stand out are your eyes, your gums, your tongue. So you stick your tongue out. Have you got? Yeah, you got your sort of blue tongue there as well. How were the eyes?
What do you mean?
How did it hurt?
Oh, a lot. And actually, it's forbidden in France to do such a thing because it's considered as a illegal medical procedure. So I had to go to Switzerland. And you've got one guy holding you down and the other one coming with his syringe and putting it straight into your eyes. So it's like torture, and I won't recommend it to anyone because it's painful. You can't see a thing for a couple of days after. You have to put some eye drop every 2 hours, I guess. And you pretty much feel that you will lose your sight. And actually, a lot of people have lost their sights. So just don't do it. I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, and so with regards to your work though, because this has had an impact on your job, and this is a career that you love. Like, you are a very good teacher. You believe that education, being a teacher, is more than education. It's sort of about rounding these individuals and helping them to grow and learn in all aspects of their life. So this is really important to you. So how did it feel then? And I think it was September of last year that a parent of a child, funnily enough, that you didn't teach, made a complaint about you. What was the complaint about, and how did it feel?
I have never had any complaint with my pupils and their parents. Each time I received a letter, the hierarchy received a letter, it's from a parents of a pupil that have seen me maybe once in the playground area or in a corridor, and they will think that it's that you cannot have such a teacher at school. And every time it's parents that never come to see me directly and just write down a letter. So yeah, last year, one 3-year-old boy apparently had nightmare after seeing me, and he complained to his parents, and they write down a letter to my hierarchy saying that I was a radicalized man, and having some nude pictures of me, because I'm a tattooed model as well, that they found on the internet, which is not, I mean, when I go teaching, I'm fully dressed. So it was stupid from them. But my hierarchy, for once, didn't stand behind me, and they acted a bit cowardly, not supporting me, and they just decided to decided to put me away for a couple of months. So I was paid, but I didn't work for a couple of months until the 7th of November 2019.
So I mean, it is provocative, isn't it? I mean, I think you never judge anybody by the way they look. You are obviously a very good teacher, and I know that the policy in the classroom is that the kids can ask you any questions they like out of lessons, but in lessons it's all about the teaching, and you're very honest and open with them. However, as a parent, you think, OK, it's pushing them to the limit. Not only are you fully tatted up, but also you're naked online.
Well, I'm not fully naked online. It's like artistic pictures. Yeah, kind of this one. It's not provocative because it is my passion. It is the thing I like to do on my free time, and it shouldn't interfere with my job. People shouldn't use this as a weapon to take me away. So I have never considered my job as a barrier to my passion. For me, it was two different things. But I admit I was a bit naive. I thought that in 2020 in France, there will be some more open-minded people. But
Well,
I have never done that.
The other side of that argument, the other side of that coin, is that because of those children are meeting you, seeing that you're a nice guy and a great teacher, and not to judge a book by its cover, that you are sort of a work in progress, you're an artistic work in progress, then you're potentially encouraging open-minded adults in the future.
Hopefully. When I started getting tattooed, it was really selfish. I never wanted to be a model or to be to carry the voice of tolerance. But hopefully, just by being here in the classroom, in school, in front of parents, I will open the mind of my pupils and future adults. And maybe there will be less racist. Maybe there will be less homophobic. Maybe there will be more tolerance with different color skins people when there will be adult with disabled people. And hopefully I will help them to be open-minded, indeed.
That would be a nice thing. Are you done? Have you got more to do?
When are you going to do your nose?
Actually, this is part of my first layer. These are movement of white. This part of the first layer. So the first layer of my face is completed. But no, I'm working on the second layer of whole of my body because I'm passionate, obviously. And I will do a third one, a fourth one, a fifth one. I might end up fully black because when you're passionate, you don't want to stop. It's not because I want to be black. It's just because layer after layer, it's easier to cover with darker tones.
Well, there'll be a sort of green hue to you, won't there? You'll be sort of a green tinge.
What? Oh, there won't be any green tinge because I won't stop. So I will cover really frequently my tattoos with some others. And it's really interesting philosophically because I go against the idea that tattoos are permanent because I made them becoming more temporals.
Wow, amazing. Listen, it was lovely to talk to you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.